Everybody, welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 57. My name is Bret, aka Enigma 911, and today I am joined by, once again, Brent, aka Uber Brent, and Jeff, aka Jeff Ray Gaming. Gentlemen, thanks for being back on the podcast. I do appreciate it, especially because it was not super last minute, but kind of last minute.
Yeah, I think you got a hold of me on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, I usually have these things lined up a little bit before, but that's what happens when you're trying to juggle 3-4 people at the same time, just like freaking schedules. But anyways, you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma911 every first and third Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. It rolls over on YouTube.com and SoundCloud the following week, broken out topic by topic on YouTube and put as one big video and MP3 on both platforms on the following Friday. If you ever
unless you're my last time on here, in which case it just doesn't work. Unless
it's a giant file that makes After Effects crash every time I try and render it. But, you can enjoy the pieces, except for SoundCloud. You can have the full thing. You do that. You do you. And then, if you have a topic for us ever, feel free to put it in the comment section down below, and we'll get to it. And then last but not least, even though there are two more things, this podcast is brought to you guys by the merch store. You can get all of your Enigma 911 swag over there. Man, this intro is just not going well. T-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. I'm not. We're also going to have some new merch coming up soon, so be free. Make sure you check that out. And then also, Extra Life is coming up in 2 weeks as of recording this podcast, November 30th. That is a Saturday from 12 noon to 12 noon the next day. 24 hours of gaming, trying to help the big, beautiful kids raise some money. And have some fun. We got the wheel spins all set. We got most of the big milestones. Trying to reach $750 this year. If we can do that, great. If not, whatever we can do helps. If you can help us out by either donating, watching, or spreading the word, it would all help a lot. So thank you for that. And hopefully you'll see you on that day. Okay.
Do it, people. Give them your money.
Younglings.
Do it.
What?
That was some solid snake stuff right there. This is going full circle.
Oh, boy.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, so after that intro of...
At the end of the Cold War, the world was split between the East and West.
Train wreck.
Sorry, hater.
No, you're good. So yeah, we have some topics to go through. So Brent is actually going to start off today. Brent, what is your topic?
My topic, because we are at the tail end of 2019 video game season. As far as I'm concerned, I could be wrong, but there are no more big titles coming out for the rest of 2019. Which, first of all, thank you.
I guess I would say they're remastering Star Ocean 1. That's my big thing left in the year.
That's great. No, I love Star Ocean. Don't get me wrong, but I mean big titles. I'm talking your Star Wars, your Death Strandings, your
Star Wars came out today.
Your Call of Duties. Star Wars came out on Friday.
Yeah, get it right.
Friday.
Oh, 24 hours.
It came out on Friday, not yesterday. You picked a day so that in the future when people are watching this, they don't know how long ago that was.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to backtrack this episode and be like, these motherfuckers recorded on this day.
Look at their calendar at the bottom right of their monitor.
Yep.
Look, I'm just bad at podcasting, okay? Anyway.
He's been out of the game.
So we're kind of over the hump. We're over the hump. Holiday 2019 is virtually over. Except for Star Ocean 1 Remaster.
And the holidays, but yeah.
Well, in terms of big game releases.
Yeah, right. Sorry,
in terms of that, yes. So what I want to know and what I want to talk about is what video game releases in 2020 are you most excited about? I've got several, but I want to hear what you guys are looking forward to. What news are you just absorbing into your bodies in any way you can?
Gotcha. Okay, this is gonna kind of roll back in other topics we're gonna talk about, but I'm really looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Remake. So as I'll delve into more later, I haven't really played the original, and I'd like to play the original. I have it downloaded. I've had it downloaded since they announced it years ago. At this point. But I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously,
we're not at Duke Nukem levels yet.
True.
Thank God.
Since seeing just the resurgence of it coming out with new trailers and obviously the gameplay footage, I've been more invested. And then also hearing how they're expanding on the Midgar area and the lore, that seems intriguing to me. And then seeing other people's excitement for it, I'm just generally happy. Like, even if it doesn't connect with me on that level for whatever reason, just seeing other people's excitement for it, I'm like, yeah, cool. And then another one, it's a very stupid reason. I had no interest in the game until, was it E3, I think? Cyberpunk 2077. When my boy Keanu Reeves showed up, I was like,
Johnny Silverhand.
all right,
Yeah, when
maybe I'll check this out.
Jesus descended upon the masses and said, "You're or not incredible, whatever it is."
Yeah. So I'm looking forward
Whatever
to that.
he said it, and I was into it. Breathtaking.
Yes. And then Jeff mentioned it pre-show, but Doom Eternal. I'm looking forward to that. I had a lot of fun with the 2016 Doom. Even if I wasn't like right on release with it.
I'm kind of glad they pushed it out because now I might still be able to buy that special edition with the helmet.
Ah, okay.
It's gonna have asbestos in it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's the ones that came to mind.
Sure.
Right away.
Now,
Excuse me.
I have to ask the question because I think I'm the only person on this podcast right now who has completed Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I want to say first things first. I'm excited for both of you. Now, I'm not like some people say Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game ever made. Some people say it's the best Final Fantasy. I don't agree with either of those, but it's a very good game. Very good game. It's probably like top 3 Final Fantasies for me. I'm excited to like talk to people who have fresh eyes about Final Fantasy because everything that I do, everything that I see, is going to come backloaded with like literally 20 years of baggage of me going like, oh, I don't know if Barry would have said that, you know, like just goofy stuff like that. That doesn't matter. So like, for you, both of you who don't have like those characters and those like memories of growing up with that game, I'm really excited I'm excited for a new generation of people to see this game and kind of I really hope it is as good as it was back in 1990.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little worried about it.
Sure.
Because one episode of content, and I feel like that game should probably just be released all as one. But it's kind of the same thing I have with the Sonic movie, where I'm worried that like switching it to new and pretty and better, we're gonna miss out on something magical without the janky, weird bodies.
I mean,
that's a whole nother thing.
I don't want to think about the original Sonic design ever again with teeth.
But we might be missing out on comedy gold. You don't know, you know.
We got our laughs.
But it's the wrong kind of comedy at that point. Like,
I mean, people watch The Room.
Yeah, but there's an earnestness there. You know what? That guy 1000% believed that he was making the greatest movie that's ever existed. Whereas those people making Sonic finished that animation said, "Shit, we did not do this."
They were like, "This is what corporate wants."
Yeah, exactly. No, I honestly think that Final Fantasy is gonna hold up. I wish it wasn't episodic, but I'd rather that than wait another 8 years to get it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah. I mean, I'll do what I always do. I'll buy each episode as it comes out, and then I'll wait for it all to come out on a single disc, buy it, and replay the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm super not above that.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I've done with every Life is Strange.
Yeah, I've platinum Life is Strange a couple times that way.
Yep. December 5th.
Heyo. And yeah, Cyberpunk, I think that should just go without saying at this point. Like, anybody who's paying attention to video games is at least in some way excited or curious about what Cyberpunk is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, The Witcher was easily, well, I don't want to say it was my favorite game that year because that year also saw Bloodborne, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Bloodborne is that game was made for me. Do you want a Dark Souls in the Cthulhu universe? I'm like, yeah. Yes. So that's not even fair, but I mean, Cyberpunk just looks so good.
It does, and for once, like, it looks like it's gonna push the boundaries of what anything's capable of at that point. So it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what I fucking buy it on because it's not gonna run right anyways. So I don't have to worry about what to buy it on. That's so nice.
I'm using everything inside of me to not overhype it in my own brain, because like I've got, like, when I first started watching trailers and stuff, I'm like, this game could be anything and it can go anywhere. And I'm trying to reel that back a little bit and be like, this
You
game
sound like the fucking Sims guy, or Peter Molyneux when he was whenever he would hype a new Fable game.
yes. No, that I'm trying not to be that, because I understand it's still a video game. There's still limitations, but like that cyberpunk theme and world to me is just super exciting.
I have been avoiding gameplay stuff. I have, however, been looking into the tabletop game because it continues directly off of a module from that.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
100%.
And there's always room for more tabletop game in my life. So
I'm 100% on board with that. I'm excited about Doom.
Another one I forgot to mention.
So good. Doom was, I think the year that game came out, I think Doom was my game of the year that year.
Sure. Was that 2016?
No. It was, yes.
Yeah.
Doom 2016, yep.
Okay.
Another one I forgot to mention. I forgot I wrote down all the E3 2019 announcements. Dying Light 2 comes out.
That's another game that just flew under the radar for me, and it's something I've always wanted to get back to, and haven't yet.
I know the name. I don't know anything about it.
I haven't beaten it, but I
like
played a
in
lot
Subway,
of it.
Maybe?
Well, and a ton of like video game personalities online that I typically follow are all huge fans of that game. So I'm sitting here like, this seems like it should totally be up my alley, and I just need to give my problem is I do the thing where it's like the new game, then I don't carve out any time for other games that exist.
Right.
So that's a little tough, but yeah, no, that one that does look really good.
So
I'm excited.
For me, I had to pull up a list.
Excuse me.
I can't keep track. Now that I have all the major consoles from the last like 10 years. I can't keep track of anything anymore. But just looking at what's coming out, let's see. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. You guys want to go? Everybody want to go buy 4 fucking Game Boys and play them?
Hell yeah!
I will 1000% play that game.
No, let's see. Okay. There's a new Yakuza game coming out, which I still have to play 0. It's sitting on like my PS4 dashboard. I just haven't gotten into it. I want to stream it. That's the thing.
Wait,
record it.
I'm sorry. Did you say you have to play 0, or you have to play 0 and then 1 through 6?
Well, they're releasing all of those as well. They're remastering all of those. So yes,
they're only 40 hours a piece. This should take no time.
And you know what the weird thing is? I remember in college, freshman year, actually writing a review for the college newspaper of the first Yakuza game. And the only thing I remember from my review of it was that like it's really satisfying, like the sound it makes when you stomp guys' skulls when they're lying on the ground. It's really satisfying. It's like, this game has great sound design.
That game's just a phenomenal testament to how those dumb arcadey like it seeps itself in so much realism at every stage of it. Like, you gotta go into the place and you gotta eat, and then you collect all the food, and then
hey, you still owe me fish chucks. You never did fish chucks. You promised fish chucks.
I couldn't use them. I tried.
I expect you to replay the game.
Sure. Just fire up
from start to finish.
Just fire up Yakuza 0 and try and figure out.
Okay. Looking at the list. Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, I've only played maybe like an hour of that game, and it's, I don't know, my Final Fantasy experience, like, honestly, outside of 10 and 15, the most I have experience with is the Final Fantasy Legends games for the Game Boy, which aren't even Final Fantasy games.
Nope.
They're Saga games.
Yep.
And then Adventure is a Mana game, so.
Yep, Adventure Mana.
Doom Eternal, which I love Doom. That's ruined so many first-person shooters for me that I can just never, unless it's super fast and I can punch people to get ammo. Let's see. Cyberpunk again. There was something. Last of Us Part 2.
Yep.
I am so excited for that. I want to get the fucking tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like the firefly tattoo on your.
No, the leaf with the or the fern with the butterfly or the moth on it that Ellie has.
Oh, like the feather. Isn't it
Yeah.
a feather?
It's a leaf. It's like a sword fern. And then a moth at the end of it. Let's see. Little Hope, the next Dark Pictures anthology. I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
That looks like a lot of fun. If it's anything like, because I don't know how much replayability there is in Man of Medan. I've tried to go back into it on my own a little bit, and it's just not as fun without everybody else here.
Right.
Oh, speaking of Man of Medan, real quick, I don't know if you know this or not, but like if you play it online with somebody else.
Oh, you each see.
You're playing your section simultaneously and like conveying to each other like, oh my god, this just hit. So like,
I know it looks.
There's a whole other
cool,
game there if you play it multiplayer, which I would be interested to.
I would love to do that, yeah. Oh, there was one other thing on this list. Where did it go? There it is. Psychonauts 2. I cannot wait for Psychonauts 2. I refuse to talk to you about it, Enigma, because you haven't even played 1. So you don't. He hasn't played 1.
Why is he pointing at me?
What do you mean? Why am I? Oh, yeah. Shut up, Brent.
Look, all I can see is
all about you.
You.
See, for
Objection.
me, I'm pointing at you. So.
True.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like the holiday season isn't the holiday season for video games. The holiday season starts in like fucking February for video games now.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you have a section in like October and early November, and then there's nothing, and then February there's like 3 giant blockbusters.
You know what
It was like that this year.
Time to refilm. I don't have that much plasma in my body to sell to get all these games.
Come on, get good.
Think bigger. You know, you got big organs that may not be doing anything for you right now.
Mm-hmm. You only need one kidney.
Exactly.
Yeah, but flights to Mexico are expensive.
It's pretty much like as soon as Madden releases.
Sorry.
It's pretty much
That got
from
you.
the release of Madden until probably end of November is like peak video game season. Then they take a month off, and then you're right. Like quarter one has become as big, if not bigger.
Like
than
last year,
Q4.
it was
Sekiro.
It was
Devil
Kingdom Hearts
May
3. It was Resident Evil 2.
Yep.
Was it May Cry February or March?
And if you have special editions of those, you know I'm gonna buy it because I'm a whore. Little trinkets and shit.
Did what come out in February?
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, that was.
It was okay. Thought so.
That was
Q1.
that was early. Yeah, Q1.
Yep. But like that's what I'm talking about. There's Q1 has become
Huge.
as big, if not bigger, than Q4 in some weird way. It's so That's so bizarre. That's such a weird change for me. Like that used to be a drought.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it used to be.
I don't know.
One other thing I'm really looking forward to, and it's specifically because of Indecision Squad, the new Vampire the Masquerade game, made by the same people who made The Council.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I don't. As long as there's no more sister moms, we should be fine. But I'm very excited to see.
What do you mean? We won. You're welcome again.
We won somehow. No one knows how we won.
'Cause we did.
That's all that matters.
We knew what we were doing.
Backwards fell into that victory.
Nah, backwards, whatever.
And bit our tongue while we were doing it.
There you go.
There we go.
What did you do?
Promised
to
I
that
would do
poor
it.
pizza.
He
I'm
did the
eating it.
calzone.
I folded it in half and I'm eating it.
No, I mean before you even put it in your mouth. Like that thing is black.
Toasty.
That's just the cheese. It's super. Like the bottom side is fine. Looks like a big donut now.
Jesus Christ. Well, how about I talk about some games that
Go
I'm
for it.
excited about?
Oh yeah, no one's stopping you.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Couple of games, smaller releases. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'm really interested to see what that is. Just
I'm
because
intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
want
I
it to
don't-
be a Xenoverse? Yeah, Xenoverse.
Xenoverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's not. It doesn't look like a fighting game. It doesn't look like Xenoverse.
It's an action
The fuck
RPG.
is it?
They've straight up said it's an action
Okay.
RPG, but
Because I remember the Dragon Ball Z game for Game Boy Advance. That was an action RPG.
The Goku one?
I
Yeah.
finished that.
That
game.
was fun. I
will
liked
never
that
go
game as a
back.
kid.
Yeah,
good for
that
you.
that was when I had time.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away, but that's something I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on.
Mm-hmm.
The remastered Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which was the Fire Emblem Cross Persona spin-off.
Oh.
Oh,
That
okay.
came out for the Wii U originally, and it was super good. And I never finished it, so that'll be a good chance to go back and play it. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Ori and the Blind Forest was one of my favorite games of this last whole generation.
That game frustrates me.
I
I suck at it.
It's a
I haven't
2D
played it.
size
Because I don't want to. I
Exactly
don't want
my
to
jam.
have my heart broken. There's enough sad things in the world right now.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Get sad with me, Jeff.
oh, this took a
Get
turn.
sad with me. Sad.
Let's get sad.
You gotta
so,
come over then and sit on the couch.
Console him.
I'll get sad. Animal Crossing.
Oh wow, how'd I forget
I'm gonna
that?
get all the bells, all of them.
So
Every bell.
just a note on that. This will be my first Animal Crossing, but it does intrigue me.
Ooh,
So yeah.
fancy.
I
I'm excited
I
for
don't.
that.
I don't get Animal Crossing.
Are you excited to wake up at 3 in the morning to collect bells because the timer's done?
No.
Neither am I, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, Brent's not even gonna go to sleep. He's just gonna stay up.
Just wait,
Need to
staring
sleep.
at the
You gotta
timer,
get
click
bells
down.
This is why they invented coffee.
You gotta pay off Tom Nooker. He's gonna take what he deserves.
Colombians 1,000 years ago cultivated this plant so I can stay up all night and play video games. And just
Oh,
pay somebody else.
Pay a cartoon
rent like I do in
raccoon
real life, but
rent.
This is an escape somehow. Somehow this is an escape.
and the only other game that we haven't talked about that's up to this point that like I am over the moon excited about is Elden Ring.
Is that coming out next year? Seriously?
It's supposed to. Now,
I don't know.
Disclaimer: it's George
Yeah.
Railroad Martin who's writing himself a story that's gonna take 12 years to finish.
Mhm.
But like it's Dark Souls, but with the world and the lore is written by George Railroad Martin, and I'll never not call him George Railroad Martin. So
Fair
just get
enough.
ready for that.
I just can't form an opinion off of it because all we've seen is that like statue 360 thing.
I haven't even watched that fucking because I don't watch promotional trailers anymore. When like until I know there's like actual gameplay you can watch, I don't watch story trailers.
See, here's my
Because
thing.
things are gonna change so much between then and the final product.
So the Sekiro
Mhm.
trailer was during
the
the Game
5-second one.
yeah, stick with me.
Sorry, I'm ready.
It was a bone with a wire wrapping around it, and then it said Shadows Die Twice.
Right.
And then it said From Software, and I literally didn't need a single thing after that.
See, that was another thing where I'm happy
studio-
that people are
you know-
happy.
From Software is a studio that, in my eyes, to me, can do no wrong.
Mm.
Can
Hey,
do no wrong. They have not made a
Metal
bad
Wolf
game.
Chaos.
They have not made a bad game
They
since
made Metal Wolf
Demon
Chaos.
Souls. Since Demon Souls, they have not made a bad game.
They made President Bush Robotech Simulator the game.
That's still pretty cool, in theory. On paper, that's really awesome.
If you know someone who's funny enough to play it, and you watch them, then it's good.
But like, they have refined that to an exact science of
Yes, they've
world
refined
building,
rage.
of world building and tight, exact gameplay, unforgiving gameplay, but fair
What the
gameplay.
fuck? This isn't stuffed crust. I was lied to.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
Brent, I got a question.
Yes.
So when you saw that trailer, because
For Sekiro?
for Sekiro, obviously before we knew anything, did you think it was Bloodborne 2 or did you think it was something new?
I thought it was something different.
Okay.
Because if it was Bloodborne 2, it would have made a bigger splash if they just said Bloodborne 2.
Okay, fair enough.
That was
Mhm.
kind of my thing. Like, if they're gonna announce it, like just go for it.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
by the way,
Don't tease us with like augmented reality games for half a year to figure out what the fuck game you're promoting.
oh, are you talking about Deracine?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about a lot of things.
that VR game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, FromSoft made that too, and guess what? It's good. It's not as good, but it's still good. It's good.
You know what? You brought
I
up
like it.
you brought up the Game Awards though. There is a game that they Shinji Mikami is making a new game.
I know about him.
Yeah, it's
That's that guy
I
that
don't
made
remember
Goof Troop.
he made Resident Evil, you ass.
He made Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo.
Did he?
Yeah.
He might have, yeah.
He did.
Anyways, though, it's the one. I can't remember the name of the game, but it's the one that had the presenter was like everybody loved her. She was like the best part of the show. She was like,
And then she left.
Oh
Yeah,
no. You're talking about Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo?
something like that. That's
Yeah, how did I forget that? I was intrigued by that
I'm
too.
very, very excited about that.
Ikumi Nakamura, I think is her name.
Okay,
I think
that
you're right.
sounds
She's
right.
the one that was like Mitene.
That sounds,
Right.
Yes, that sounds very Japanese, so I'm going to assume you're right.
Yeah, no.
He could have
That-
said
that
any
sounds
10
about
vowels
where
or
it
syllables. I would have been like, yep.
That means please watch. That's all she
What is-
said.
Yeah,
Not-
I mean, but she's just like the most adorable person ever.
Oh,
What
she
was
was
that
the best.
called though?
Yeah, he was right. Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo. It's Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yes. Does that come out next year?
It doesn't say anything about it on my little
Damn.
list here, so it's hard to say.
Are
If
you
it
looking at
does,
the same Wikipedia article that I am?
no, I'm on Game Informer.
Ugh, fine, be informed.
Oh,
Wikipedia'd.
Another
I'm
one I
not gonna-
forgot, but take
Oh,
your
yeah.
time.
no, go for it.
Watch Dogs Legion. I haven't
Yeah,
played
that-
one
I
or
haven't
two,
played any
but
of the
the
Watch
the
Dogs.
gameplay and the third trail, like the trailer for that one, was like, this looks like some more Saints Row type shit. I'm like, I'm down for that.
I want more Saints Row.
Yeah,
They just kept.
I want
throwing,
more good Saints Row.
I just
3 and 4 good.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They took a downhill turn.
It kinda did.
They made the ultimate sandbox game. It's not. Come on,
Where-
it's not your.
I don't know,
you don't
like-
how to enjoy it.
Where do
4
you go
was-
after the Dick Cannon?
True. 4 was fun, but like the superpowers, I don't know. Personally, I thought it got old running around the city all the time. And then
You don't
also,
have to.
well, what's the point of a car that's going to take me 3
Oh,
times
what
as long?
Picking up bitches. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
I don't normally say that, but you play as a gangster, so
True.
Just living. He's living the fantasy. I like it.
hey, immersion, man. I like to. I'm playing a game. I like to be in character.
I don't.
Theater of the mind, and also TV.
Yeah. I'm also gonna throw it just real quick.
Yeah.
And we don't need to dive into it a whole bunch, but Persona 5 the Royal. It's just Persona 5.
Brent's
But
Brent's
with
not
more
gonna
of
dive
it.
into it. Brent's not gonna dive into Persona.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to talk about it for 30 minutes because I will. It's just more Persona, but with another character. And I will spend 130 hours playing it.
I long for the day when I want to see the video of your face when they announce fucking like Persona Cross JoJo's Bizarre Adventure the game.
You put Jesus Christ. You put that Persona team on a JoJo's game, and I'm gonna burn Green Bay to the ground.
Oh. Okay.
I will burn this city to the ground.
He burnt this city.
If I don't live in Green Bay by that point, I will
Yeah,
come back to Green Bay and raise it.
I live in Bellevue,
whole
so that's
city.
fine. I live in Bellevue, so.
I don't want to hurt anybody, but I just need to express my fucking excitement at something like that with anger and fire.
It's that video of the guy in the hurricane who's like in jeans, short shorts, holding an American flag, like.
Yeah, going ahead.
But instead, it's Brent, so it's not gonna look as good in the short shorts. No, not as long hair. And like it's just gonna be fire instead of wind.
There you go.
Yep.
God, you know what? I need that to be a GIF. I need that to be a thing. Can we
The
deep fake that and put your face on it?
The flag's just gonna say P6. That's all it has to say.
One more I forgot because, like I said, I was scrolling through the list that I forgot I had. Avengers, the new Avengers game. I'm looking forward to.
See,
I'm trepidatious. I
have
want to
no
be
interest in
excited.
it.
Fair enough.
I don't. I'm not gonna say I have no interest.
Mm-hmm.
It
Fucking-
looks like it could be
Captain America looks like a riot cop.
I agree. That's the only problem I have with it. Is Cap looks like, ugh. But
The worst Captain America, like even during the '90s when he had like an armor outfit, like
he's kind of built to the point where he almost looks fat.
yeah. Well, it's because it's got Kevlar, like, lead-plated vest. It's
I gotta find a picture of this. There he is.
Yeah,
Thick
it's
boy.
So bad.
Yeah.
It
I don't
needs a little
everyone
something.
was like, oh, the fucking, why did I want to say Scarlet Witch? That's not
Black
the right
Widow.
fucking thing.
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Black Widow, she looks weird. She looks like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fucking Captain America looks like your dad's friend who started working out, but he's been an accountant for 30 years. So all he did is buy a weighted vest and wear it to work, and that's his idea of working out.
He looks like BJ Blazkowicz if he just gave himself up. Just completely turned off everything that he's known for, and is like, all right, I'm done. I've killed enough Nazis.
But yeah, obviously the Marvel property has me intrigued, but also recently they announced some of the story, at least, is through Kamala Khan's like POV, so Miss Marvel. So I'm intrigued with that just because it's different. Like it's not Avengers teaming up again doing this thing, like it is obviously, but I'm interested to see that outside force coming in.
Lego Avengers? Well, here it is looking.
Exactly.
We're gonna make them look just as much like the movies as we
They
can
still
without
look
having to
just
pay
as
the
fucking
actors.
weird, but they're not Legos.
Yeah.
No, I think I think the game is gonna be fine. I'm not convinced it's gonna be elevated above that yet. But there's still a lot of time, so I'm not gonna shoot the messenger on that one just yet.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like with those kind of games, I feel like Spider-Man, and yes, again, I haven't finished it. I haven't even gotten to the second boss, but I feel like they really perfected Spider-Man games. Beyond him, though, like I can't think of a really good superhero game that wasn't a Lego.
Marvel's Capcom. What?
Yeah, but when's the last time
I
did
know.
you play the one on the Switch? Did you play the new one?
Ultimate Alliance 3, I'm very intrigued to, but I don't have a Switch. Once Kate brings it here and leaves it here, I'm buying that thing immediately and playing it.
It's
So,
okay.
well, she was like, "Don't buy a Switch." I have one. I'm like, okay.
They just released a cheaper version.
Shut up! You were talking about I don't have my plasma money to get this game. Don't talk to me.
Hey, you know what? It's for a good cause.
True.
Video games.
Yeah. Fair.
Were you asking Lady a question or no?
No, I was just.
Or
saying,
Brent was. Someone did. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know. I think he was gonna be like, "Hey, you need to feed his Marvel habit."
Gimme.
Yeah, no, 2020 is looking like it's going to be good. I think there's a lot of great games, and
I hate to say it, I need a year that's not good just because like I have bills to pay, man.
Hey Jeff.
Like, you know what? You know what the problem is? Doom Eternal comes out right after I will have paid off my credit card. Just enough time to spend $300 on the one with.
You don't have to get the helmet though.
It's gonna look so good next to my Dishonored mask and my Iron Man helmet, though.
True.
Plus, it's gonna make the best fat. Like I'm gonna be the best fat Doom Slayer
Doom guy.
at Halloween next year. It's gonna be the helmet and then just like a dirty tank top. I'm gonna gain like 30 pounds.
Perfect. Hey Jeff.
I have sweatpants and flip flops.
I have a question for you, Jeff.
Do you? Is it about the pizza?
No.
No? Okay.
How much blood do you have to give to get 2 next-gen consoles next year?
There's not 2 coming out next year, are there?
Yeah, there are.
PlayStation 5 and the Xbox 2. Whatever the hell they call that dumb thing.
I've got kids. I can supplement the amount of plasma.
Sell one.
No, I don't need to sell it. I just need to hook them up to the plasma machine. What do you mean I have 2 of them? Yes, I have 2 of them.
Yeah, he's saying sell a kid.
You only need one. One's enough.
I can't sell it. I'll get found out, but I can drain one of its bodily fluids and sell
Jesus. The Wait What
Turning into a
podcast
child
does
cult
not
real quick.
reflect the views of those guests on it.
This suddenly got very Fables when you find out Geppetto like tied up the blue fairy and was using their like drain her magic power.
You
Nobody
only
here's
need
read Fables, have they? By that silence.
I read
played
the
Wolf
first
Among
trade
Us, if that
paperback.
counts.
Oh,
I read
the
first
murder
trade
mystery one.
paperback. Yes,
That is such a good one. I love
that
that
was.
one.
I actually really did like that, and I'm not even a big comic book guy, and even
Brent,
for me
you would-
being as for
You
me
would
as
really like Fables.
for me being as big of a weeb as I am, I don't even read manga, so
You would
God.
like Fables, Brent. It's very.
I'm sure I would.
The whole
I
thing is
enjoyed
very
that one trade
By the-
paperback I read.
It's great. Did you ever watch Steven Universe, by the way?
No, not yet.
God
on
damn
the-
it.
I had to rewatch Naruto first for no reason.
I had to rewatch Naruto and skip 160 episodes because filler.
I did do that.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
haven't
gonna say
watched
I
all-
didn't
I
do
did
that.
There's a big chunk of filler.
Everyone tells me that there's a certain point in Naruto where you just stop and then you skip ahead to Shippuden. And
Oh
I-
Jesus, Naruto and is billion episodes.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna dig that up. But
I'm waiting for the
definitely did.
abridged version. Thank you very much.
Okay.
It's still like 600 episodes.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had for my topic.
Nice.
But you guys have got me excited for things again. I'm
Cool.
ready. My body's ready.
We've brought light back into his life.
Woohoo! We did it.
Yay!
On to topic
Enigma did not
2.
sound excited to bring
Sorry.
light back into
Woo!
your-
We did it! Yeah! All right.
That was weird.
Sorry. On to topic 2. Guess what? We're still talking video games. So recently I went out shopping for video game stuff for Extra Life, and I stumbled upon a game that I've heard about quite a bit, but I've never actually played it. It was one of my cousin's favorite games growing up. So I'm going to show the game, but my topic is, what are games that either you've heard a lot about or people just love and you haven't played? So, I mean, it's not the best example, but
the list.
I picked up Diddy Kong Racing the
Oh
other
my
day.
Diddy Kong Racing!
So,
Fuck yeah!
I've never played it, but yeah.
That game is dope. Like, beyond dope. I love
It's
that game.
so good. It was when I rebought an N64. It's one of the first games I got. You're gonna have so much fucking fun with that.
No, now Brent's like, shit,
Especially
now I
if you've
really
never
need to
played
drive
it
over.
Yeah. Maybe I do need to come.
Is there one of those planes where like I can bring a package to somebody and then get free air?
So
Is that
yeah,
a real thing, or is that only in movies?
there's a lot of games that I feel I have told people I haven't played, and I always get the gasp of like, what the hell are you doing? I'm not sure if it was either one of our podcasts individually or maybe it was somebody else, but it might have been the last episode where I was talking to Gifted Dim about Death Stranding. We were talking about Kojima, and I said I'd never played a Metal Gear game. And
That was
he okay, and both reactions was like, what? So I haven't played a Metal Gear game. I have not played any Zelda game. The new one, Link's Awakening, will be my first. See, these are the reactions I'm talking about.
Okay, you know what? I say Link's Awakening is a great entry point, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
No,
my favorite game in the series, actually.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
Shut up, Brent.
It's a great place to start. I agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the right amount of like the weird Zelda and like the
Oh, yeah.
deep Zelda. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people will say, "Oh, you know, Link to the Past is the better game." It's not as weird though, and there's always been a level of weirdness in Zelda.
The best Zeldas are always a little weird.
Yeah,
Skyward
look at
Sword-
the fucking toilet hand guy from Majora's Mask.
Skyward Sword is a good game. Change my mind.
It's too handholdy, but it's good.
Good game.
Like I had fun when I played it. I wouldn't
Yep.
replay the whole thing.
No, me neither.
I probably wouldn't replay the intro, the 3-hour fucking intro.
I don't even hate the intro.
I
just-
just,
it did
don't
some-
like those
it did some
fucking
cool
cats
things.
that come out at night, and you have to throw them off the ledge because you can't kill them. So you're still killing them. They're so cute during the daytime, and at night they're total bitches, and you can't fight them, so you just have to throw them off a cliff.
Oh,
Yikes.
okay.
Big yikes.
Sticking on the Nintendo.
Maybe wait on Skyward Sword.
Will do. Sticking on the Nintendo train. I have not played any of the Metroid games.
Oh, ow, that physically hurts.
Oops.
Super Metroid is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, it holds up.
I played it a couple of months ago.
Let's see.
How else can you hurt me right now?
There's probably a lot of ways.
Especially if he keeps going with Nintendo.
Fire.
No, he hasn't played. Well, he's played Mass Effect, but.
Okay, yeah, but have I?
You got to know Varia.
True, and then I blew up a bunch and was like, I'm done.
You saw me stream it for 12 hours and be like, slowly go from, I love everything about this, to be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't need to fucking deal with all this. Right?
Yeah, that stream did not
Although
help.
now that I'm redoing what I was doing, it's definitely like, now that I remember it, it's way easier. But there's definitely like you have to get to a plateau of understanding how shit works.
Gotcha.
There was a very good I think it was a Penny Arcade comic when it came out, where it's like two guys standing by a pool, and one guy being like, "This is Mass Effect," and just shoving him in, and be like, "Play it." No, you're doing it wrong, and the other guy's just drowning.
Yeah, that game is dense, quite dense. It's good.
If we're sticking Nintendo, Fire Emblem, I haven't played any of those. Not sure if there's
either,
that deep connection in that one.
I just got into Fire Emblem with Three Houses, and it's very good.
I always mix up Fire Emblem and Breath of Fire, though. So, and it's only because of the name. That's the only reason I do it.
That's fair.
Jeff, you mentioned the other night on stream, but Resistance series, I haven't played any of those.
That one you can be forgiven on. I really love it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going downhill on the.
It wasn't a launch title. It was like a mid-life title on the PS3.
That was like a time and place. Like, it was good while it existed, and now that we moved on, like, it's not something you need to really like go back to particularly.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed it when it came out, it's something that you'll enjoy going back to, but it's not gonna break any new ground, you know?
No.
I just like that they never ever tried to introduce it as a Halo killer, which was the thing that every fucking first-person shooter
Oh my god.
was when it was coming out during that time. Oh,
Right.
This is a Halo killer. Black is gonna kill Halo. Like, I'm sorry.
What game?
It was called Black.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being
Exactly. Yeah. Like no one. It's like, I think the cover had a lot of bullets on it. I don't.
Yeah,
Sure
that
did.
was all it was, I think. Blanking right now, but I might be able to think of other ones. So yeah, what are some that you guys have not played or experienced, I guess, that others have said they've played that are good or just seem well known?
Borderlands.
Okay.
You never played any of them?
No, I don't have any. No, because I played Tales from the. Because I love Tales from the Borderlands.
That game's phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm gonna save Borderlands because I'm gonna use that for my topic in a little bit.
Okay.
Wow.
Halo.
You haven't played
I've
Halo?
never played a Halo game.
Oh, okay.
And I have one. I have OG Halo for my Xbox, and it's just sitting over there. I haven't touched it.
So, I'm assuming like you didn't have any friends that played it or anything like that.
Oh, I had a fuck ton of friends.
You
who
did.
played it.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
So
didn't
you
have an
still
Xbox
just
when it came out.
Okay. Fair enough. Because that was a big reason, like
I had
from
siblings,
PS2.
so my parents couldn't afford to get me 2 consoles.
That's a big reason I went from PS2 to Xbox for 360. Because everybody was Halo 3 talking about. So I was like, oh, everybody's playing over there. I'll go over there. And that was a big bridge, I guess, for that. Or reason for that.
Let's see. I have never played any of the Souls games.
Okay.
That's more of a practicality thing, though. Like, there's no pause feature. I have kids. I'll never finish this. Let's see.
I'm gonna keep shaking my head.
I'm scrolling through a list right now. See what else pops up.
I don't know. Brent, you say something. I'm thinking.
Does Half-Life count? I haven't played Half-Life, but everybody
I
praises
haven't
that.
I have Half-Life 2, and I've never.
So I don't want to make this sound like I'm being really pretentious, but like I don't think I can't think of a game that's like a big thing that I missed.
Okay.
Because I feel like I, for the most part, have always been super plugged into even if I can't afford it, like getting with a friend. Like, I haven't played Control. Well, but like that's only been out for a little bit. So.
But yeah, Jeff just got it, and I'm gonna go over there.
There you go.
Yeah, like a lot of the big franchises and a lot of the big, I've at least dipped my toe into it to the point where I can confidently say either it just wasn't for me or
right.
So I'm really trying to rack my brain here about Mother 3.
I haven't played any of those.
Oh, Earthbound. Stop being. I'm not pretentious.
No.
I'm not being pretentious. No, I haven't played Mother 3.
Mother 3 is not Earthbound. Earthbound is Mother 2. And if it was Earthbound, I would have said Earthbound, you piece of shit. I love you. Mother 3, the third game, the sequel to Earthbound. I did not play that.
Yeah, because it never came out here.
But it's like super easy to get. I could, like, 2 seconds, I could have it right now. And I could play it. You know what else I haven't played? I haven't played Skies of Arcadia.
I was gonna say it, and I know you've gotten pushed from me and
from Franco.
Yeah, a lot of it.
A lot of the things that I missed are actually a lot of handheld stuff in the DS era.
You know what? I didn't have a DS. Because my big thing was like they seem to be pushing games where like you steer with the stylus, and like I didn't want to. I think like a couple of the Zelda games that came out for the DS, you had to like control where you were going using the stylus on the bottom screen. And I don't want to do that, Like, I want to use the D-pad.
Yeah, you moved with the D-pad, and you attacked by swiping. That's what it was.
Ugh, no.
And that sucked. But the first one, Phantom Hourglass, was actually really good. They used the DS in some creative ways. Like, you had to transcribe a map, and to do it, you had to close the clamshell and open it back up, and when you open it back up, it was there. Like, they did some smart stuff with that.
Yeah, I have a 3DS, and I've enjoyed the things I have for that.
Yeah.
Because by that point, they really figured out how to use the design and everything.
No, that's always been a great system, and I don't know why, but handhelds don't click with in the same way that
They did when I was younger, like Game Boy Advance.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely, but like once I got like older and like the DS came out in the 3DS, it's like, I got the must-haves that I felt like I got the Golden Sun and the Zelda remakes and everything like that, but like I don't.
Yeah.
There's no they're doing everything so much better on consoles. Like
it was
handhelds are kind of becoming. You can get fucking Chrono Trigger on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really crappy version of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Still
a shitty version. But...
Yeah. Take what I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
Chrono Trigger.
Hi, yeah, that's another one.
Speaking of phenomenal
I'm keeping a list of games you haven't played, and you're just gonna start getting them.
I appreciate that.
I don't have your
keeping
address,
tabs.
So I'm just gonna send it somewhere in New York. And
yeah, I'll get it. It's all one
you
spot.
Just outed where he lives now.
It's all good.
He outed it.
I always out it.
Last time I was on, I was like, "Oh, you don't live in New York proper."
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Real loose policy on addresses. That's all right. It's all right. Yeah, no, I'd say my biggest blind slot is definitely like that whole DS era. I played a few things in there. Like I started playing Bravely Default.
Okay.
Ooh, I've heard really good things about that.
It's like what I played was super good, but again, I just fell off of it. Never thought to bring the DS with me places, and when I'm at home, it's like I got this whole thing attached to a giant television. I'm gonna play that.
That's a good point. You know what? I'm gonna say a lot of PS1 and it's ridiculous because it's like that's what I always wanted. PS1 JRPGs.
Oh.
Which I feel like is like that and SNES is the super or like the golden age.
That's
of
absolutely
pixel
the golden age.
JRPGs.
Yup, big time.
And there's only I've got looking at my thing. I've got Parasite Eve, Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy 7 and 9.
Hey.
You're missing his favorite.
You missed one.
No, I don't have 8.
You can get the remaster. It's out.
I sold 8 and I got Final Fantasy Chronicles instead.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, it had Chrono Trigger on it.
Well, 8's still a good game. Changed my mind.
I've played 8. I have played 8, and there was something I didn't like about it. I don't know if it was one of the systems or not. I just couldn't get into it.
It was probably the draw system because everybody doesn't know how to use it right.
I'm sure you're right.
I put ungodly amounts of time into that game, more than I should have.
Another Nintendo one.
Uh-oh.
Star Fox? Haven't played any of those.
Star Fox 64 is probably the best game on that whole system.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's up there, yeah. I mean, I
it's-
definitely I put enough time in that to get a gold medal on every single world in that game.
Oh yeah.
But
Let's just think of all the classic lines. Do a barrel roll.
yeah, you got any more?
Okay, so I was looking through the list. So nothing came like that. I was like,
All the
none.
classic lines. Do a barrel roll and get the fuck out of the way, Slippy.
Poor Slippy.
There was a couple that popped up that I hadn't played any until like recently. So I'll give those a shout out. But like Resident Evil, I hadn't played a Resident Evil until 7.
Okay.
That was my first one, and I've only played like maybe a stream's worth of the RE2, the remake that just came out.
I can hear you on that one because like I got the Resident Evil remake for GameCube when it came out, and that was intimidating. Like going into that, like fresh, those games can be very intimidating, especially since like that first one especially, like the survival horror aspect, like you have to get really good at just being like, I'm not even gonna try and shoot you, I'm just gonna try and run around you, which is such a hard thing to like deprogram yourself from, of like having to like fighting everybody.
Yeah. No, I mean the good thing for you, is you got back into like when Resident Evil found itself and figured out what it was supposed to be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There were a couple real weird years in there with 5 and 6.
Much like Metal Gear Solid, I'm gonna be eventually playing through all the Resident Evil games, and I'm not looking forward to 5 and 6 at all.
No.
Um,
Do you want to borrow my? Do you want to borrow my PSVR so you can play Resident Evil 7 in VR?
I really do, yeah. If I don't
we
know
talked about that last night too.
I actually saw Jempo playing co-op Resident Evil 5, I think, and even then I was like, oh, I can't watch this.
A series I hadn't played for the longest time. I hadn't played the Uncharted series for like until after 4 came out. I streamed it all, but
when I think Uncharted 2 had come out.
I remember Christmas 2007. I got Mass Effect 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and Uncharted.
Oof.
That was basically my Christmas, and that is a solid list of games right there.
What year was that?
2007.
Okay, I was gonna say like I got confused. I was thinking 2005, and I was like, wait a minute, that year I got fucking Jack X Racing and Shadow of the Colossus, but I was off by 2 years.
There was no PlayStation 3 in 2005.
Yeah,
that would have been weird.
And then the only other one I can think of is Tomb Raider. I hadn't played a Tomb Raider until that first remake came out.
Yeah.
And that was like a year after that came out. I still need to go back and play the second remake and the third, or the newer ones, 2 and 3, or 2, 3, 4. 2, 3.
I really want to set aside some time to play just have like an adventure month and just play through the 3 Uncharted's and the 3 Tomb Raiders.
3?
4 Uncharted.
Yeah, I guess there's 4.
There is 4.
Whatever.
It's right over there.
I know, I own it. Shut up. I got the special edition with the statue.
Of course you did.
But I can't fit 7 games into a month. I can fit 6.
Right. Wait. Okay.
You just gotta try harder, okay?
There's 5 Uncharted games.
Yeah.
Lost Legacy, its own. Oh, okay.
Which is also real good. You gonna hook up something to play it on the Vita?
What? No, I'm talking about the one.
Oh, you're talking about Lost Legacy.
Was that its own game, or was it just DLC?
It's its own
I'm
game.
not gonna buy a Vita.
I haven't played it. I have it downloaded, and it's been sitting there for ages, and I just haven't played it.
I also have a physical copy just waiting to be played, and I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm waiting for. Everyone who's played it has been like, man, this is great. It's Uncharted, so how could it not be? But
right.
I bought the special, and it's so bad right now because I've been watching them play it on Retro Replay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which Brent, I know you love.
I do.
Because I think when the first time I tried streaming and I did that horrible Silent Hill 2 stream where it was just janky as hell. But we were talking about it because I had mentioned they re-recorded over the voices, and Troy Baker was one of the new actors in the special edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought up that they had just started doing retro replay, and you were like, "Fuck yeah!"
I do like retro replay. It's good stuff.
It is. It's good content. Good content.
2 of the best voice actors in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Plus, Uncharted 2 has Claudia Black, and I'm
Sure
a big fan of hers.
Lost Legacy is because Claudia Black.
Yep.
Yes, she does. Yep. It's like she's known for that and Farscape and dying in Pitch Black.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I bought Uncharted 4 and I was like, this statue's gonna look awesome on my shelf, and this game is gonna look okay sitting on my shelf for like 12 months.
I think that's all of them. At least I can think of.
Yeah, the only other ones that kind of pop into my mind are like really old PC games, like Ultima and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, I've never played any of the Star Wars games, like Knights of the Old Republic or things like that. That's something I always wished I could.
Yep, I played those. Those are good.
Okay, I got an idea. Because I can't think of any. What would be some games that either of you, maybe you can like take turns, being like, this is a game that people should play, or like that's up there in that tier. Ask me if I played it, and then we can kind of like go like that way, if that makes sense.
I mean, I feel like you're gonna get a lot of the same recommendations from me.
That's fair enough.
I want to start off by being like Metroid,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We
All
burned
right.
that bridge.
Yeah.
How about Symphony of the Night?
No, that's crap. They're in Smash. Simon Belmont, right?
No.
No? Whoops. Well, my bad.
Wow.
No, sorry. This has been the Wait What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 57.
With Richter Belmont.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
on...
it picks up the very.
You
beginning
got
of
so
Symphony of the Night,
offended that I said
and-
Simon, Jeff, and
I
not
wasn't about to
Richter.
go there.
Wow. At least I was on the
very
right
end of
track.
The very end of the very beginning of Symphony is the end of Dracula X.
It's true.
But you play most of the game as Alucard.
Yes.
Okay. See, that name came to mind too, but so sorry.
I saw the anime.
That anime's real good.
It was really good. The second season just came out on home media, and I want it.
Oh, I was
so
gonna
badly.
say it's been out for like a year.
No,
but
it
you mean,
came out
to
on Blu-ray.
purchase. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't trust Netflix to not take things away from me.
So okay, you didn't play that. I feel like if I started dropping like Final Fantasy VI West.
Final Fantasy, I've played 10, but I haven't beaten it.
Okay.
I played a little 10-2.
I know a game you should play.
7, I played like a couple hours, maybe an hour as a kid, but I was like,
And Brent will back me up.
that
on
was
this
my
one.
dumbass kid being like, oh, these are polygons. I like PS2 graphics, and stopped playing.
Yeah.
And then the only other game...
Side scrollers forever, please.
Okay, sorry. I played online for 14 a little bit.
14?
Is that the online one?
That's
Yeah.
the one. Well,
The second online one?
Or, yeah,
Okay, so I played 14 a little bit, and then Tactics Advance, which I love, but that's not in the mainline series, obviously.
the original Tactics is the jam.
See, I
have
tried that, and I think I was too spoiled in Advance with, like, more classes and stuff, so when I went back, I'm like, oh, where's my new moves? Where's the other ones? And I'm like, oh, this, nah.
The
Just-
story.
Mm.
So good.
Just off the top of my head, if I was to recommend something to you,
Yep.
as a series, and this is a deep one, and that I don't think Brent would. He might recommend it. The Ogre Battle series.
That's even a
Haven't played
deeper
it.
cut than Tactics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ogre Battle 64 is an amazing game. I have difficulty getting into the SNES one, and there is a tactics game for Game Boy Advance.
There
as
is.
well.
Hmm.
I think it was for the PSP. Tactics.
Tactics Ogre.
Let
There's
us-
Tactics
let us-
Ogre,
let
and
us
then
play
there's
together.
Tactics Ogre Knight of Lotus. Yeah, there's two of them.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Let us
one
play.
came
Let us
out-
play together was incredible.
Yeah,
'Cause that was done by
but-
the.
Ogre Battle 64 is an
Yeah.
amazing game. I still have like the beaten up Prima Games guide for when
You
I
know what?
play it.
I never played Ogre Battles. There's one for you.
Yeah, I never played Ogre Battles, but Let Us Cling Together is an amazing game, and you should.
Well, I played Tactics Ogre, but not Ogre Battle. That's from.
And then one that Brent will absolutely back me up on, A Way Out. You and Lady should play A Way Out.
It's not even a series though, and we will.
I don't care. It's an experience.
Yeah, you probably should play that.
We will.
It's real good.
It's real.
See, we
I
will.
played it with a coworker, Tyler, and by the end of it, I was ready to physically assault him.
And he probably deserved it, in all honesty.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he was. Oh. Yeah, he did. There's nothing I can say that won't give anything away, but he did.
Nope. Yep, don't say anything about it. Not a word. That game needs to be walked into blind.
And the best part is you only need to buy one copy.
Right.
True.
I remember I tuned into Brent's stream and he was finishing it and I was like, nope! Nope. Pushed the laptop off of my lap onto the floor.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I have a deep love for Ogre Battle. It's weird. Like, the characters have giant eyes and no mouths, but their little picture boxes are super detailed, and I don't know. It's one of those N64 games that didn't get a lot of love, but it's just got, like, a magic to it. Like Harvest Moon 64.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got a weird, like, role reversal question where I'm going to ask you guys if you played a game or series. Shining Force?
Hell yeah!
Yeah. I played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god, those games are good.
Yes. Alright, cool.
Okay, real story. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
In 5th grade, we had to do a book report.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to do no book report. So I wrote my book report on Shining Force 2.
Nice.
So
And
I
you
did
had
that
to dress up as
in
one of the
5th grade?
characters. And
I
I
did
dressed
that
up
in-
as the little rat dude, Slade.
Oh, yeah.
I dressed up as him after he turns into the ninja.
That's
and
awesome.
The only thing I got marked down points is because I didn't bring the book with me, because look, it doesn't exist.
I did that exact thing in 6th grade with Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I love
Nice.
Shining Force. I can almost remember that whole code you can put in before the game to control the enemies.
Oh.
It's been so long. I'm gonna say I have played it, but it's been so long,
Mm-hmm.
and my playtime with it was so limited that I'm just gonna say I haven't played it. Like, I don't remember anything about it.
Gotcha. Thinking
I
about
remember
it now.
enjoying what I played, but it was one of those things. It's like, I think I borrowed it from a friend or somebody. So.
You just get Peter the Phoenix and then you win forever.
Thinking about it now, Jeff, talking on your stream last night, how you're talking to like content creators, like, oh, you got to play what's new and fresh. Sometimes you just want to play what you want to play.
Struggle.
Like Shining Force.
Doing what you want to do versus doing things that'll grow your channel.
Yeah.
I think another game that I would like, I mentioned Final Fantasy Tactics Advance last night. Another game that I would play more often or more times through just because I enjoyed it so much is Shining Force 1. And I did stream that. That was like one of the first things I ever streamed.
There was something that you said that I said I would watch you play. What was it?
There was Disgaea 5.
Yes, I would love to watch you play Disgaea. Because that's something I've always wanted to play, and I never have. Like, at one point I had a shirt with a Prinny on it, and I'd never fucking played any of the games. I just liked an exploding penguin. Like, the idea is, that seems like an unlockable character in a fun snowboard game, you know?
Yeah.
Oh! Snowboard Kids.
Never played it.
N64. It was like right at the height of like 1080 snowboarding, and like the first SSX had come out. And I was like, what if we take snowboarding and we introduce some fucking like Mario Kart stuff,
Okay.
where you have like items and like attacks and things, and you have to but you have to, in order to pick up the boxes, you have to have money, and to get money, you have to do tricks.
Capitalism. Okay.
That's fine.
And you can unlock a giant dog who snowboards and the fucking devil.
Oh, okay.
Seems legit.
I really love Snowboard Kids too. I spent $80 buying it at PAX South like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Brent, you had a comment about Disgaea, I think, or you had something that you're holding back.
I have lots to say about Disgaea, but
Okay.
not until the next.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
It sounds like we might be
Spoilers.
Yeah, I just bumped you up. Thank you, Batchild.
Okay,
I appreciate that. No
No,
offense.
no,
No offense.
no,
Listening
no,
to the
no.
last time that Jeff was on, like editing it, I was like, I was low. So I bumped you guys down itty bitty bit. But if it's better now, I'm glad. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Yeah, Disgaea 5, I knew nothing about until Dio streamed it. And just watching him stream it, I would, like, just the main characters, I was so intrigued with, and, like, having so much fun listening to them and how ridiculous they were. Like, Seraphina's little laugh. That I could laugh. I laugh at every time. And then there's one guy who's literally like, well, there's one guy that's like Hulk Hogan and says brother all the time. And then there's another big meathead that's pretty much has the Rock's like catchphrases and puts in his own. So I was like, all right, I'm in. But the other ones I don't know. So yeah, I've enjoyed that one for what I have played of it. I haven't like beaten it or anything, but
I have a real guttural reaction anytime anyone mentions Dio. I had.
That's fine.
No, I would like. I've been seeing things for Disgaea games ever since the first one came out, and like I really just the art style and the promotional material and everything always looked really cool to me. And it's something I've always wanted to play, and it's been re-released so many times, and I never fucking buy it. I don't know why. They just like they re-released Disgaea 1 complete on the Switch, I think.
Yeah, 5's on there.
And
yeah.
I don't. I think it's because I secretly hate myself and like keeping myself from the things I actually want. But
well,
speaking of The Rock, though,
yeah.
Did you guys see like they finally released some shit for the Shazam movie? Or not Shazam.
No,
Black
they haven't
Adam.
released anything, but it's in production. It has a release date.
That's
yeah,
the most news they've had in like 10 years.
He's stayed on. He's like, you know what? You guys take your time. I'm here. You call me for money.
Here's the thing. Like, that was first. They were first talking about that like 10 years ago, and he's still playing the main character. Meanwhile, fucking Mark Wahlberg, who was originally supposed to play Nathan Drake is now playing Sully.
Yeah, that's
because he got old.
Interesting, but yeah,
I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, I guess Tom Holland is supposed to play Nathan.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean,
he's so youthful looking.
I'm not against either of the actors. It's just it's
and spindly.
This takes place like before Uncharted 1.
Oh, okay. It's like
it's like a young
Jones.
Yeah, it's like young Nathan Drake, and that's why Sully, because
it's the first half hour of Crusaders. Okay.
It's like 55-year-old Sully, not 70-year-old Sully.
Okay, all right.
I never thought Sully was 70. He does not move and 60. Smoke like a 70-year-old.
He's either 60 or 70. He's old, despite his limber nature. Quite limber, lots of jumps.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to topic 3. Jeff, what is your topic?
Oh shit, no.
Did you forget?
I did.
It's all right. It's been an hour and a half.
I can tell you if you want.
You wrote it down.
No, I remember.
Okay.
What is something that either everybody loves or everybody says that you guys should get into, and you just can't? Like it's like, oh, this is like just fucking acclaimed. And I just, like, why? No, I don't want to even. There's no interest there. And, like, why can't you or won't you get into it? And do you think you're missing out?
Okay.
So, like, I'll start out, like, why did I want to say Bloodborne? Not Bloodborne. Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
The lead up to Borderlands 3, like, they were, everyone was replaying the first two games.
Because they finally gave us the first one HD.
Yeah, they re-released them in HD. The Handsome Collection was on sale at Best Buy for like $13.
And your boy bought it.
Yeah, I bought it, yeah. And then I played it and I was like, this is so slow and tedious. Like, why does everybody like this? They ain't like, it takes me a minute to go from like here to over here. I just could not get into it whatsoever. Which is, but I loved Tales from the Borderlands, which that's probably says more about Telltale's
story.
Yeah. And the characters and the writing and everything like that. I cannot get into Borderlands though.
I understand.
And it's one of those things like every couple months I'll go reinstall it and I'll try again. And it's just like, nope.
Yeah, I understand where the disconnect comes there. Like when I first played them, like it was. Yeah, go. There wasn't any issues, but you mentioned like how it takes forever to walk from one area or run from one area to the other. Replaying them, especially one, I'm like, Oh God, there's like so many like back and forths. At least in the first section, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this one I know why, because I played Borderlands for the first time after I played Doom, 2016, and Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those games there's no plotting in either of those. Those are just run and be as violent as you can as quickly as you can.
Right.
You know?
There's a lot of nostalgia when it comes to Borderlands 1. I mean, I was in that game. Like, that's something that I played as it came out with my friends, and I have very fond memories of, and that's probably the only thing that gets me back into the first one. The second one fixed a lot of things, and I would just say that's a good game in general.
Oh yeah.
But to go back to Borderlands 1 would be very hard. If you don't have that nostalgia.
And then for the other part of mine, I do feel like I'm missing out, at least when it comes to Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Because it's space, it's a strange planet, you're shooting guys, you're exploring like ruins and shit like that. There's it's a really well written story as far as I understand. Like there's a lot of like bullet points that you could use between that and Outer Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And you guys know how much I love space stuff, especially when video games. I do feel like I'm missing out on it, but I just like maybe someday I'll work up the energy to actually get through the beginning and I'll find some spark, but it hasn't happened so far. And I feel like I'm missing out because of it.
I mean,
not enough to buy 3 though.
I'd agree with what Brent said. Like 2 is, I think, well, I haven't beaten 3, so I can't put that in the ranking, but I think by far the first, like, top of those games. Borderlands 1 obviously needed to happen to get to 2, but it's so much of a downgrade compared to, like, 1 is them building the game, 2 is them finding themselves and knowing their comedy, what they're going for, like the zaniness. I think that helped it so much, and why I like 2 so much.
2 was written by
Anthony Birch.
Yeah, Ashley Birch's brother.
Yep.
So it was definitely written with like comedy and that kind of spirit in mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashley Birch did a role.
Is in it,
too.
and I'll do anything with Ashley Birch. She just After Party just came out.
Hold
and I really
on.
want to play that.
I'll do anything with Ashley Birch.
I will. If she wants to invite me out for lattes, I'll go for lattes.
I will murder someone at her best.
Well, no, I said I'll do it with her. So she has to come with for the murder.
Chat, play the tape back. But yeah, pre-sequel is kind of
like you wouldn't, Brent. Shut up.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I just didn't say it out loud.
And then
You did now.
Borderlands 3, where I've gotten to, I've enjoyed quite a bit. But that's been another one, like we talked about across all these topics and in pre-show, like game comes out, oh, something else came out, oh, something else came out. Like it's there. I just haven't like kept on with it. So
I never thought I would wish that I was like 12 years old and I have to rely on my parents for buying me like one game every quarter, you know?
Then you actually finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how I ever finished Golden Sun.
Nope. So I can actually follow up with a very, very big game that is I have sat down and started 6 or 7 times now. And every time about 3 hours in, I'm just like, I don't like this. This is not a good game. And that is Skyrim.
Oh.
Okay. I can kind of agree with that.
So the first time I sat down to play the game, I had I was under the impression like make your character and then this could be any character and they could exist in the world in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So I make this person is like this is like a paladin. He's gonna be super good and he's gonna go clean up evil. And like I went to the Thieves Guild and they're like, and I'm like, this whole town is like we're super subjugated by the Thieves Guild and I'm like, I'm gonna take them out. Them bastards are gonna pay. And then I go down and I can't. Like I can go join the Thieves Guild, which seems like a terrible idea for the character I made.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. You can't break into that place at all. Yeah.
Nope. And so I'm like, all right, well, I can't just go out of evil, so I just gonna walk away as a good paladin, just leave this town in strife. Then I went to another place, and it's like, oh, do you want to be a blood vampire? And I'm like, no. Let me do something good. And it's just, so I got really annoyed by that. But like, this is a problem with me and open world games in general. Is I like the story. I want a good story. And when you make an open world game, you're trading player agency for player freedom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And to me, the freedom I have the freedom to do anything I want. And what like you can't do anything with it.
So,
you can
I
join. Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, and correct me if I'm wrong. You have a pretty big tabletop gaming background. You're coming from too, don't you?
Very much so. Yes.
Yeah. So you went into that like as you would go into a D&D game.
Yeah, I sure did.
And you just can't do it. Yeah.
No.
See, I played that game. I went in playing as a ranger though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was not a sellsword or anything like that, but like I was, my thing was like I'm a bossman. What are they all about? Okay, that's how I'm gonna play. I got through it just fine based on that, but it's because I played like a morally in the middle of the road character.
Mm-hmm.
For Skyrim, you pretty much, if you want to play your character to the T, you've got to go middle of the road or full evil. You cannot go full good.
Yeah, like there's no full good option in that game. Like,
which I think is that had I honestly kind of think that grew out of Game of Thrones being so popular at the time. They were like, yeah, you can be evil and you can be ambiguous. There's no good people in the world though. No truly good people. And if there are, they die, and you're probably the one who killed them.
The other thing that goes back to the open worldness of it, like it just felt like it was a sandbox it felt like it was a lake that was 1,000 miles wide and 2 inches deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like none
I'm
of
pretty
the
sure that's an actual lake in the game.
probably like none of the stories were all that super interesting. A lot of it never went anywhere that was super captivating to me. The main A plot was just nonsense.
Well, you clearly didn't play it with the Randy Savage mod.
Well, I've seen that Thomas the Tank Engine. That's got me thinking about going back in. Every time a dragon comes by. I have nothing but respect for that game. I understand how intricate it is and how well made it is to like not from a it's still full of glitches because it's a Bethesda game, but like I understand what an achievement that game is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just learned after 3 or 4 or 5 or probably 7 at this point tries, it's just not for me.
Right.
Still better than Fallout 76 though.
Sure is. By a wide margin.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I played through that and I got all the way to the end of the middle of the final DLC where you go to Somerset or whatever the name of the island is.
Sure.
And by that point, I'd put a couple hundred hours into that game and I just couldn't do it anymore. There is a lot going on in that, and it's especially if you're already not into what's going on. It's just like extra weight on the just go fucking play something else.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I still think it's better than Oblivion.
I did finish Oblivion.
I was gonna say, did you play Oblivion?
I did.
Did you play it before Skyrim?
Yep.
Because I tried to play it afterwards, and I could not do it.
No, I would imagine that's very hard.
Yeah.
Those
That being
games
said,
don't
I would
hold up very well.
I would like to see them introduce some of those things into the Fallout series. Where, like, the more you use a skill, you level it up, as opposed to just waiting until every time you level up.
Right.
I fucking hate lockpicking in Fallout games. Like, I can do this. I know how it works. Just let me try it. Don't make me like unable to figure out how to put the thing in the thing because I don't have the right level.
You broke a bobby pin again.
Along the same lines of like open world games that I just didn't grab me. I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy my time with it, but Witcher 3, it was the first Witcher experience I had, but I beat the opening griffin, I believe was the animal that you had to take down, some lion thing.
I know that from the trailer.
Okay, so I took that down, and then I looked at the map, and it's just like there were so many dots of interest and things to go to. I was just like, oh my god, I can't do it. I was just like, nope.
I haven't played Witcher 3 or any Witcher game.
Okay.
Gross.
Well, because like when I wanted to, and then like I got an Xbox, I can finally play The Witcher. But then I got a 360 and an Xbox One X so close to each other. It's like I could play Witcher 3, but I could go and play Witcher 2 first, and then figure out what's going on instead of jumping blind into Witcher 3, which, as I understand, is like jumping into the 6th book in fucking Game of Thrones and skipping all the earlier ones.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm a sucker for playing things in order. You won't catch me ever going and playing Witcher 1, but
yeah,
I'm a sucker for going in order, but I won't play the first. What?
Witcher.
Hey, you know what? I always, whenever I rewatch Parks and Rec constantly, but I always skip the first season.
Fair enough.
Fair. See, Witcher 3 is interesting, and going back to my my Skyrim thing, Witcher 3 is like every complaint I had about Skyrim is solved in The Witcher because it's still just as big, but like it gives you an established character who has a story, so actual things can happen to him.
Right.
And like all of those little side quests that you go down generally have good payoffs. It's like, you know, everybody lost. I remember when everyone Bloody Baron. Oh my God, the Bloody Baron! People are writing articles on Kotaku and like.
I remember that. I don't know what
IGN
it is, but I remember it.
It was just like that is a game that is as deep as it is wide. And that's why I liked The Witcher a lot more than I liked Skyrim. Like, I'm willing to put the time and investment into a big game. I just felt like The Witcher was consistently giving me things I cared about and were interesting, as opposed to where the payoff typically with Elder Scrolls was very lackluster.
Yeah, The Witcher is kind of like a well-constructed through line of a game. Skyrim is like Radiant Quest, the game.
Yes.
Where it's like, it's all just kind of, oh, can you go to X and do Y? Oh, you were there already? Thank you.
Yeah.
I would love to play Witcher 3. This is something with Skyrim too that would be a thing for me now. As I've gotten older, like the more open world a game is, I have such a harder time getting into it. Like I miss games like Dead Space, where it's like, this is where you are, this is where you need to go.
Streamline.
Go. You know? I want set pieces and constructed events. I don't need an open world and like 8,000 map towers that I have to climb up to unlock. I just bought the special edition of Control. It was like $70. I can't
Stop
buy
buying
Jedi.
special editions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree 100% with both of you guys with the more story focused one. I mean,
like that's why I haven't gotten into. I've enjoyed what I've played. Haven't finished fucking Horizon Zero Dawn yet though.
Yeah, see that one I streamlined myself when I played.
This?
Yes, that. It's very nice.
I don't know because I haven't played the game, Brent.
So yeah, it was funny. I streamed that one. And yeah, that was one I was very just point to point, like even with everything around, like there was so much shit I didn't do that I got to the end of the game with I either didn't upgrade my bow or maybe I upgraded it only once. And I remember Super Killer Bunny was watching that final boss and he's like, dude, you are so under-equipped for this. But it was just so much combat rolling and arrows going that I finally got it. I was just like, yeah.
It's like watching you fight one of the Valkyries in God of War.
Exactly, yep.
I haven't finished.
But, I mean, it's not even that big of an open world. But Spider-Man, I feel, has a nice balance.
Another game I haven't finished.
Yeah, but I feel that has a nice balance of story and openness. Like, obviously, they have the markers for the story, and you can go to them pretty much as soon as you're done with the previous mission, except for a couple times where it's like, go kill some time, because the characters aren't ready or whatever. But if you really wanted to, you could go swing around and do some side stuff, or just literally have fun jumping off buildings or whatever. So, like, that was a nice balance. But yeah, I agree with sometimes if it's too much,
especially
that
like
importance, like it is.
Oh, Brent, you're gonna.
I just want the A plot to be interesting and to move things and for me to just give a shit, quite frankly. Like, if the A plot, you can put any number of dumb little things on the side, but as long as the A plot keeps you going, then then as far as like I played Persona 5. I put 120 hours to beat that game because it's long. And like, yes, I went and plotted off on this thing and went and collected a bunch of personas over here, but the A plot kept me going. And like that to me is the thing that has to exist in so many games. Like in Skyrim, I just didn't think that existed.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing I could be like, okay, I'm gonna go away from all of this side shit, and I'm gonna go back to doing the thing that's like this well thought out, well told, well curated story with these like crazy cutscenes and revelations. And like having played Skyrim 6 or 7 times, the only character, and I don't remember his name, that I remember from that game is the dude at the beginning of the game who's on the
cart
wagon. Yeah. Who's like, oh, hey there, I thought you'd never wake up. And I probably only remember him because he's turned into a meme. Like, I legit don't remember another character.
I can get behind that because, like, I love Zelda. I have a Zelda wall right over there.
Yeah.
I love Breath of the Wild. I haven't beaten it because, like, okay, here's, you gotta go to this beast, you gotta go to this beast, you gotta go to this beast, you gotta go to this beast. There's nothing in between wherever you are and that beast that really keeps you going. You just go there, and it's so easy to be like, oh, what's that over there? And then go get distracted. And then nothing to pull you back.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting distracted by some other thing. I think the flip side of that is Red Dead Redemption 2. They made a game where, like, the first, I don't know how many hours, it's, you can take it as slow as you want. You can just do whatever. You always are kind of like, you know where you need to be going, though. And everything, all the side stuff you're doing is small and contained and fun and interesting. And then it hits a point where it's like, go, 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 go. You know, there's no time for side stuff. So you don't feel so bad about, you know, any meandering that you did. In fact, you feel like, oh shit, maybe I should have done some more wandering around, you know?
Yep.
Maybe I should have spent 2 hours hunting that fucking raccoon down for its pelt.
I mean, maybe.
I did.
I did not.
But then again, like,
I finished the game.
That's a game that they, yeah, but did you finish it with the best bag? Did you?
No.
Yeah. I look fashionable. What did you look like? A hot mess, I bet.
Did you finish it?
The main game.
I have life advice for you here, Jeff.
I'm still, you know what? I'm still really upset that we never got to go play Red Dead Online and go to that fort and avenge your stupid, stupid decision of attacking it.
No, the icon was there. It told me I had to go there.
No, it told you had to go away, not go there.
It made so much sense at the time, okay?
I like, probably once a week I go back and rewatch the clip. We'd be like, oh, what's going on? Why is this not Jeff? Help! Why is wrong? What's happening? It's like, yeah, so it's telling you they're bad guys, but it's because they're good guys and you're a criminal.
Oh,
you just attacked the U.S. Army. I really, really miss you doing those kind of things. Like, the last couple streams of Sea of Thieves, like where you were just like, I don't care where the boat's going, I'm jumping off, and then you would jump off and turn and you just see it sail off onto an island somewhere. I miss that, Brent. Stream more.
Oh, Jesus, this turned into an intervention.
Surprise.
Gotta go. This is awkward. No.
You were just really good at that kind of shit. Like backwardsing into the worst situation possible.
That's my whole life.
Brent, we need you to pick us up. What do you mean pick you up? I'm not on the boat. I'm swimming away with a treasure chest.
I might have died.
Priorities.
Priorities. Disregard party. Accrue wealth.
There was a whole other game that I wanted to mention that I didn't.
Was it one we talked about earlier?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and I was like, Disgaea.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Which is something. Okay, Disgaea, JRPGs, Nipponichi Software, like that is my wheelhouse.
Oh, that's like, right up. Like, I'm surprised no one's ever got you like a fucking pillow with it, like crocheted into it.
Absolutely. I've like that's super my jam. I like JRPGs. I like strategy RPGs. I like
High hearts.
yeah, Japanesey stuff. Like this, everything came together in such a way that this is the perfect game for you, Brent. And I remember when they started
The only
coming
thing
out.
it needs is a dating simulator.
Oh my god! Don't get me started. When so Disgaea came out, and it came out with several other games. There was Disgaea, La Pucelle Tactics. There
Oh,
was Makai Kingdom.
you're talking
was
like this is every
Anthem.
single ad that I saw in like EGM
Yeah,
in like when it's all like painted drawings and
yeah, no, 100%. And I remember I picked up and played the living bejesus out of La Pucelle Tactics. And I was like, man, I'm super into these games. Like these are the ones. And I thought this is my new Squaresoft. You know, like I was over the moon, ready to go. And ever since I've picked up you know, I picked up Disgaea, I picked up Phantom Brave, and none of them clicked for me at all. And it was just the saddest thing. Because I thought I was on the verge of discovering this whole other like studio, and it just didn't happen. It was
it's one of those things I
that
think
one
like
hurt
it's like it's emblematic of like the golden age of like PS1, you know, where it was like they had new software, they had new ideas, and then it was just like trying to recapture that after that point.
Yep. That was what in the old PS1 era. If a game came out and it said, I didn't care what it was. I bought it.
I'm so mad because we've talked about this before, Brent. But Game Trade in town posted a picture maybe a month ago. They got a copy of Lunar Silver Star Complete in. I almost ran out of Best Buy.
It is so good.
I was ready to be like, I will work here. I will. What do you want to rob the store next door?
Hello.
Rude dog. Sorry.
Okay.
I will rob the store next door. Like, what do you want me to do? I will do whatever you want. They didn't even put it on the shelf. He's like, no, this is just going back.
Yeah, Lunar 1 and 2 are immaculate games.
Like, those are two. Okay, here's a fun thing. What are games that you've never gotten to play that you would give almost anything to play? Or what is something that you may have played, but like the idea of playing it with a specific person is like your dream thing?
When you say specific person, do you mean like?
Well, like I would. It's not a dream thing, but like, I finally have an Xbox. I've been trying to get into like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun like get Brant, you, lady, like all of us.
Yeah.
Form like a ship and do. I think that'd be a blast.
Does
My part of
Especially
one of
since,
your
like,
dreams.
Brent and I would get super distracted doing random shit, and you guys would be like actually trying to do.
We'd be
stuff.
panicking with
Lady
some
would be
skeleton
Lady
somewhere.
would be the only one who'd be like, "No, guys, get on the boat. We have to go here. We had a plan, damn it."
Does the person have to be someone we know, or can it be?
No,
Okay,
no,
cool.
it can be like this.
Then-
This is just like what you think would be fun. It doesn't have to be a dream thing. It's just like I think this would be a good time, and I would enjoy it.
Okay, well then I want to be in an arcade playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the arcade cabinet with Maximilian Dude, who's a fighting game content creator out in California.
I don't know why, but as soon as you said I want to be in the arcade, my immediate thing in my brain was, okay, Brent's gonna say he's not gonna give a real person. He's gonna be like, I want to be in an episode of One Up or like High Score Girl. I want to get punched.
I wish that was the story of my life.
Getting your ass beat your whole life in Street Fighter.
By a total tsundere. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Brent.
Be still my heart.
It's like, yeah, it's still because she just punched you in it, and it skipped a beat because of the damage.
Yeah.
Lady, get on the fucking
Yeah,
boat,
exactly.
Sorry, Captain. No, I think it like a dream scenario like that would be to play something with like Hironobu Sakaguchi, like play Final Fantasy VI, which is probably my all-time favorite game, or
You
like
guys
Earthbound with Itoy. I can't remember his first name.
Fred
Yeah, he
Armisen.
made it.
You want to play Earthbound with Fred Armisen? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Fred Armisen.
You guys are taking this way further than I was, because I was like, I want to just specific friends that
I just want to hang out with my friends.
Well,
yeah, or like I want to get Sarah to play Doki Doki Literature Club with me.
Get who?
My wife.
Oh.
Because she doesn't know
Your
anything
wife.
about it, but she has an anxiety
Oh
disorder, so
my-
I don't think I could make her play that. Yeah.
That would be a terrible thing for you to do.
Yeah, but it's like, but that makes me want it more.
okay, this one is kind of cheating because it happens. So every extra life.
Lady, I agree with you. We need to all do it.
I mean,
I'll
that'd be
dress
fun.
up as a pirate.
Oh, okay, don't dig a hole for yourself.
I already did that for Skies of Arcadia.
Fair enough.
Granted, it was it's like Halloween pirate outfit, so none of it fit, but
It's fine.
So yeah,
I'll
it's,
shave for it.
it's kind of a cheat answer because it already happens at Extra Life. But just playing Halo 3 online again with friends, I think that would be fun. Now we don't go online for Extra Life; we literally LAN party up. So I've had. Usually Extra Life it's 3 setups, but I've had game parties where people come over and we had 4 setups, so we've had 16 motherfuckers playing, and like that's just awesome every time we do it.
That would be pretty cool.
So like doing that, not necessarily a LAN party, but yeah, having those online sessions again. Our
Do you
second
want some?
guest.
Come get it.
Ooh,
Sarah's coming to steal the pizza. Sorry.
You're good. I'm sure she's gonna love how it turned out, where the middle's eaten out.
No, about half of it's gone now. She likes burnt cheese though.
Oh, okay, well, perfect.
Yeah, she was like, and wandered off with it.
Let's see. Yeah, I
Not
think that would
bad.
just be fun playing that again.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, that was always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That game is 10 out of 10 triggering. Oh, you're talking about
Doki Doki.
Doki Doki. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like the only other person I know who hasn't played it is Tyler.
Oh my god. Again?
Hey.
Yeah, but do you know what happens? That's the thing. You got to find someone who
Ladies
hasn't played it and
only
doesn't know what it's
told
about.
me like it takes a turn because there was funny story. Not really funny story.
That I
but a
will
story.
fly to New York for.
Okay, fun story.
But we have to like do the whole game in one sitting.
Oh Jesus Christ. So obviously Taekwondo, I was helping someone do extra help, like the kid with their form because they're having a tough time. So we were in contact figuring out, we talked about video games and like other things that she's into. So the mom messaged me one day and she's like, oh, the student just picked up Doki Doki and another game. And I'm like, hold on, pump the brakes now. You need to take Doki Doki off because she's like 8. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Nope.
oh, thanks for that heads up. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
So all I know is it takes a turn and oh boy, it's dark.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't know much about
Takes a
it.
turn and never mind. I'm not gonna finish that thought.
Yep.
Because I know people who are like, I think I know where this game's going. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna play this again on my own later by myself, and it's just.
Lady, don't lie. You're not going to kick my ass in Mario Party tournament. Speaking
I
of Mario
don't
Party,
know,
Extra Life Milestone, Best of 7 series, Mario Party, me versus Lady, where I win.
I that's watching people get pissed at Mario Party is probably one of my favorite things.
My big sister, calls me Maria to this day because of a game of Mario Party she lost where I was playing as Mario.
Nice.
I have to play as like Wario, Waluigi,
Mm-hmm.
so I can just hear that wow
Yep.
all day.
I'm the best.
I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I don't know. It's not a game that like I don't connect with, but I wish I played more of, but just for some reason I like can't be good at. The Tekken series. Like Tekken for some reason just does not click for me, and I struggle hard with it.
I have a buddy who's super good at Tekken.
Oh yeah.
You were saying, Brent?
Oh, you just dropped a bombshell there. So
No, well, here's the thing. Like, it takes me like 3 seconds to get into a response. So by then you've already started talking, and I realize I'm interrupting, so I just stop. There's a buffer going on here.
I get the little wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, Brent's frozen.
No, I'm not.
I know.
One of us has to decide who's going, Brent.
He's intrigued by.
What? I'm staring at you. Do it.
Tekken is one of those games I would always love to play. The one time I've played it, I picked. It was the first time ever playing it. I picked one character, and I kept picking that character between like every fight. And my friend yelled at me for picking the same guy over and over and over. It's like, yeah, that's how you fucking learn a fighting game.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn a character, and then you learn another character.
Yeah, like eventually you have to choose a character and stick with them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Of a fighting game.
Tekken is one of those ones that it's not like directional pads so much as it is button combinations, right?
Yeah.
Like Street
you're
Fighter
dealing
is
with that 3D
down,
space.
diagonal, over, punch.
Yeah, the Hadouken
Yeah,
motion.
no,
or the
there's no
Shoryuken
like
or the
dragon punch
Tatsu.
motions.
Yeah.
See, I'm much better at the ones that
Press
use
hold, that
like
kind of stuff.
motion and then a button as opposed to one that use button combination.
Yeah. Tekken's more about combinations and positioning.
Yeah, I can't remember that, man. That's like fucking trying to learn that's like trying to learn a song on guitar.
Yeah.
Just give me the tabs.
Yep. No,
I don't want to read sheet music.
I have a buddy, and it's frustrating to watch him play Tekken because he's super good at it.
Mm-hmm.
That same buddy went to Evo, and
That's awesome.
he took 9th place in Windjammers.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, you're a pretty good windjammer though, aren't you? You went to Chili's, didn't you, or like Fausting or whatever it was?
Frosty Faustings, yeah.
Yeah.
Chili's. I went to Chili's.
I'm gonna say a Banjo Kazooie level if I keep going on.
I went to Chili's and I played Jammer. No,
Now I'm thinking of the restaurant.
yeah, well that's what you said that. That's where my brain went. And I'm like, I ain't getting no ribs playing Windjammers.
Chili.
Yeah, no, I did.
He's gonna get you.
And I did well that day, but he kicks my ass literally every time. It's not even a...
Mm-hmm.
Like if we played 100 matches, I would win probably 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never been much for. Sarah's very into fighting games. She had like Street Fighter on Super Nintendo and everything like that. The most I ever went into was like Melee on GameCube.
Yep.
My buddy and I we got to the point where like the match would start and we'd just sit there doing nothing, waiting for the other one to make a move.
Yeah, chess.
And like
or
looking
whatever.
at each other in real life, like.
You play footsies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's more of a Street Fighter thing, I guess. But
yeah, especially with 5.
yeah, you just play footsies until one of you connects, and then you turn into.
It's weird because that friend yelling at me about picking the same character like for 3 matches in a row the first time I ever played this fighting game, like I don't know why, but it really stuck with me, and I was just like, I don't want to. I'm gonna get yelled at if I play a fighting game. I don't want to play fighting games. So the only ones I've ever bought were like Smash Brothers, and I don't even own like Smash Brothers Ultimate, man, because I'm at this point it's such like it's built up so long over so many years. It's just like I'm just gonna sit there and yell at myself as I try and unlock characters.
That's the best part of that game.
Yeah,
I miss
yeah,
unlockables.
not when you're like
that was
not
awesome.
when you're being like, oh, nice move, you fucking dipshit, to yourself.
Oh no. Well, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because I've internalized that yelling at me so much.
That hate.
Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. I hope you die.
Oh my God! First we're burning down cities.
Not that far.
We're killing other people. Now we're killing specific people.
Chris had it coming. Hashtag Chris had it coming.
There you go. Get it trending.
I'm
All 4
going to
of us.
respond to your tweet where you say that you're streaming.
Yeah.
And I'm going to respond to it with hashtag Chris had it coming.
There you go.
He'll know.
Yeah,
He'll know.
He will. He'll know. The Wait What podcast does not condone murder. No, it does not. Usually.
Uber Brent also does not condone violence.
Just gotta put it out there.
These are sad attempts at humor, okay?
I did say something last night where we were gonna try and make Brent do it, and I went through like
Yes, except for Chris.
the Will
that
Ferrell,
shit.
like, I'll kill your family.
Chris knows what he did. You ruined my friend Jeff for life.
I'll never be good at not real fighting.
Do
All I can do there is watch. All I can do now is load the game and watch the jiggle.
Oh.
Oh man, video games. Why we do it?
Yeah.
My Shiranui.
I don't
You
know.
can't talk about her anymore. She's forbidden because Sakurai said
Oh,
You know what?
she's impure.
I own the Fatal Fury movie on VHS. I can talk about her as much as I.
Yeah, well, Sakurai.
It's not for
descended
good
from heaven.
boys and good girls.
That's only in the
It
English
is not
translation.
for
Apparently,
good
what he
boys.
actually different. So what he actually said was like, "Oh, we can't keep this rating if we put her in it."
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
cannot.
No.
No,
Nintendo
you
was
cannot.
like, "Oh, we're gonna clean that up a little because that's too
Yeah.
real."
Not for good boys and good girls.
No, she's for best boys and best girls.
Yay. Ah, boy. Any other games
Yeah.
come to mind that you just can't
No.
connect with?
Those
Oh, I was
two-
gonna say I don't even remember what the topic was originally on so
It's
far.
your topic.
I know.
That's what happens.
Did you even bring a game to the table for this topic?
I started it. I was talking about
He was talking about
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Remember?
Oh, okay. You're forgiven.
Let's see.
I was holding a grudge.
I feel like there's more.
I'm better now. Yeah, I've actually had that Elder Scrolls talk times. That game.
I can see that because there's like, especially now if you try and go back and do it, like when it came out, it was a thing, and like you took an arrow to the knee and all that stuff. But like
yeah.
going back now, it's just
The jokes and the
Everyone
memes.
looks so weird and it's so glitchy and Bethesda-y. Like I've watched somebody glitch run that game where like you can skip halfway through the game using a wall and a fucking silver platter.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So I have a very recent example of something that I just can't connect with. And funny enough, Brent, you showed it off earlier today. Death Stranding. So we talked about this pretty much for a whole topic.
I have a suspicion I won't be able to connect with it either.
Last podcast.
Okay.
Because Dim was very like, yeah, he's been super excited. And then I was on the wagon of trailers. Okay, obviously there's some intrigue here. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Then they showed gameplay at Tokyo Game Show, and I was like, well, I just wasted 2 hours of my life, and only 10 minutes of it was interesting. So that game, like, I was planning on waiting on it because obviously I wasn't excited, and I decided to watch some people stream it. And I feel it's more of like a movie experience than like watching it. I'm not getting the sensation of like, I need to play this. It's more like,
It's
no,
a Kojima
I'm fine
game.
just watching this. So
that's what you're describing. It's
Yeah.
a Kojima game. Which he even said like, I want to work on movies next.
So I just
Yeah.
feel like that's something where I feel left out just because like so many people are like raving about it, and I'm like, I'm over here like dead inside.
Here's my thing with that game. That game is I can't think of a movie off the top of my head, but like it's gonna be like The Last Guardian, like because I don't have a huge. I want to play it because I want to experience it because it's Kojima. It's gonna be weird and fucking crazy.
Oh, it's very weird.
And I'm very much for the only thing like is I could end up hating the game, but I'm all for the thing of the baby being like in one specific part early on where it like slaps its hands against the window, like the thing.
Yeah.
That game is absolutely Marley and Me. It's gonna be fucking Marley and Me. Like you die or that baby dies, and I am not gonna spend 30, 40, however many fucking hours attaching myself to this thing only to have it die on me. I'm not gonna Last Guardian this. I'm not gonna the horse from
Aggro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna aggro this. I'm not.
Aggro.
I don't.
Aggro.
I already have an elderly dog and 2 kids. I can't. There's no more room in my heart, man.
You know what? I don't know what's
I'm
gonna happen.
sad thinking about aggro now. God damn it.
I don't know what's gonna happen to BB. I'm not
The
done with the game.
BB.
BB. I'm like 15 hours into the. And the whole thing that they keep talking about, like chapter 3, is where the game like really starts to get into its own.
Okay.
100% agree.
Mhm.
Like, you're still just transporting cargo,
Right.
but like that's when they start giving you tools. And like, I found a truck, and now I'm a big wasteland trucker driving between these 2 places. And
Yeah.
there's more gameplay stuff happening starting with chapter than 2, but it's not so
I
much
think-
different. It's
I
not
think that
so
was an
much different
article that I
that-
read too. Like, get
Oh,
through
yeah.
the early stuff. I
There
think
was
it was
a-
Kotaku. Like, get through the early
Yep.
stuff as quick as you can.
Kotaku has an article that's just that just specifically says get to chapter as fast as.
See, and that's another thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
that's
a fan
again,
of those.
that's kind of a Kojima thing. Like, you gotta get through the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get through the virtuous mission before you get to the meat of the game.
Yeah, Kojima just has he's a stickler, and I think Jason Schreier said this on Kotaku, which I super like. I'm glad this game. I don't like this game. Like this
Yeah.
was Kojima doing everything he wanted to do. This was like a true auteur like sort of thing where it just existed, and he's like there was no yes man in a corporate suit going like, hey, do you think maybe we can like, I don't know, have
It's good,
gameplay?
but can we make a pachinko game out of it?
No, Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Konami.
Fuck Konami. You can turn anything into a pachinko dream machine if you believe in yourself.
True.
Yeah, no, it this is one of the very few games ever made where this is just
It's his thing.
a
It's like,
huge budget game that's just like, do it,
yeah.
do it.
Well, I couldn't make Silent Hills with Guillermo del Toro. Let's do this thing with babies and trucking instead. And they were like, you're Hideo Kojima. Absolutely do that.
Yep. Always wondered what it would be like to be a USPS worker in the middle of the apocalypse. I think there's something there.
Now's the time
Like,
to find out.
This is what it's like to be. This is what it's like to work for UPS
There's a lot
during
of
the rainy season.
there's a lot of dumb emergent gameplay that comes out of that I've been super like just I drove my motorcycle and through a river and it was a little too deep, so my motorcycle drowned, and then I fell into the river.
What do you? What?
my
We've been playing freaking Oregon Trail since we were kids, man, for 25, 30 years. How have you not figured this out?
This is the culmination of
Not you,
everything.
Brent, obviously. You
Yes.
baby.
This is the culmination of
Not Brent,
everything
Brent, sorry.
that we have went
Fuck, I
for
can't deal with two of you
No, it's all
at the
good.
same time.
since Oregon Trail. This is the culmination. This is the natural endpoint.
Hey, I have a quick question for Uber Brent. Did you ever play Amazon Trail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Is it a good game?
It's not as good as Oregon Trail.
Yeah. So freaking play it, lady.
Amazon Trail?
Apparently, she's never played Amazon Trail.
Oh, I played it.
I haven't.
I played it too. Like, I'm pretty sure they just gave it away with copies of Windows during.
I think so, yeah. It was like the sequel to Oregon Trail that nobody wanted.
I mean, you don't die of dysentery, but you get to like photograph animals and shit.
Then what are you even doing?
Not
Jeez.
dying of dysentery, which I feel like is a goal for every.
If I can't ford the very first river in the thing except for myself and one oxen,
You're
And then-
you're on a boat in the fucking Amazon River. You're fording all of them.
no. You're not fording any of them. You're on a boat.
Yeah, well, you're fording the mouth of the river to the butt of the river.
Base.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know how it works.
I'm not-
You know what? I'm not a riverologist.
I'm not a river scientist, but I don't think that's called the butt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like but with an E on the end.
That's
It's
a butte.
silent.
That's a different thing.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
boy.
that
You know,
river
there was
over there,
something else we were gonna ask.
it's got a large butt.
Wow, you
wraps
sounded
around all the
very
way.
Obama when you said that. It's
Wraps
river,
around
got a
all
large
the way.
butt.
It's a little extended. I guess
There
that's
was,
my
we
Obama
were gonna
voice.
ask Brent something tonight. What was it?
Should Jeff play Chrono Trigger,
That's what it
or
was.
should he play Star Ocean?
Star Ocean 2.
Star Ocean 2. My apologies.
Ooh.
What should I do for stream? Yeah. What's the best one? Because I described both of them, and Enigma said, I think,
I said
Chrono Trigger,
Chrono,
and Lady
yeah.
said Star Ocean 2.
Star Ocean 2
mean,
sounds intriguing, so I wouldn't be
Chrono
against
Trigger's
it,
a
but-
better game, hands down. But Star Ocean 2 has a lot of like a lot of cooking.
What would you think would be a
Tough.
better stream experience? Maybe I should word it that way.
Probably Star Ocean.
Alrighty, there you go.
I mean, Chrono Trigger is in all ways a better game than Star Ocean.
I mean,
But-
Chrono Trigger is one of the best video games ever made. It's a
Yes.
dream team in the golden age of JRPGs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, every word you said's true.
it's the
Yasunori
oh,
Mitsuda.
fuck, what's that basketball team that doesn't play basketball? They just
The
do
Monstars.
Space Jam.
Jesus
The Harlem
Space Jam,
Globetrotters.
Oh god damn it!
Harlem
First off,
Globetrotters.
no. The
Everybody
Space
get
Jam is a
up,
good
it's
team
time
from
to
that,
slam
not the
now.
monsters.
We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
If you have a team with fucking genetic freaks and Bill Murray, the one with Bill Murray's the better team.
Yeah.
Monstars.
Got Michael Jordan.
No, who cares?
He's the GOAT.
What's Michael Jordan doing nowadays? Who knows? What's Bill
Owning
Murray
the
doing?
Charlotte Bobcats.
Starring in the new freaking Zombieland movie?
Which
Oh,
is fine. Michael Jordan is selling Hanes.
Making
Is
real
he?
money.
I don't have like even regular TV. All the subscription things I got rid of commercials, so I don't know anymore.
Michael Jordan has been selling Hanes for about 25 years now.
Oh
Must
yeah,
be
easily.
working.
Probably as long as Enigma's been alive.
26 years.
It's very comfortable. It's soft when you put it on your bottom. It makes you feel good and it gets the air in there so you don't get sweaty.
Oh
It
no.
lifts and separates.
That went off the rails.
Never
quickly.
again will your balls meet.
Uh-huh. So Harlem Globetrotters is the answer you're looking for, by the
Yes,
way.
yes.
Do, 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 do,
Chrono
do,
Trigger's
do,
the Harlem Globetrotters. You know what? And I was like, what's the as everything I said, I was like, what's the basketball team from Futurama? That's what I thought in my.
Oh my god. I don't even remember
The
what their
same
name
guys
is.
in the future.
It's the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, it's
they
just
come from
the
Harlem
Globetrotters,
Globetrotter
yeah.
planet. Yeah.
And then Professor Farnsworth makes Atomic Superman.
But yeah, no, Chrono Trigger is the Harlem Globetrotters of JRPGs in the golden age of JRPGs.
It's probably just like the Harlem Globetrotters of video games at that time. 'cause
Yeah.
That, like,
Oh,
that's,
really? I mean, it's Akira Toriyama. It's the Final Fantasy team. It's everybody.
Yasunori Mitsuda.
Yeah.
Did all the
I
music
knew you
for
know
it.
the name.
Oh.
Like,
If you ever want to have an emotional response to the opening to Chrono Cross.
oh, I love Chrono Cross. It's so weird and
Got that
goofy and different.
violin. Oh my god.
Chrono Cross is one of those I've talked
I'll
about
cry
this
on
before, but
stream
like
right now.
I've talked about it before where like there are certain games it's like I don't know if everyone has this, but like certain seasons like just evoke a desire for me to play specific games. And like early summer, when everything starts to get nice and warm and you start wearing shorts and even the wind is warm, it's like that's Chrono Cross time. You know?
Mm-hmm. Big agree. Agree.
But Star Ocean 2 has that like the weird craziness that were inherent in a lot of those games. That there's a lot of weird shit in Chrono Trigger, but it's fairly straightforward, and most of the comedy comes from the characters themselves. There's not like ridiculous situations so much.
That's why I say I think Star Ocean 2 might be an more interesting game to play because it's just inherently strange.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very
Alright,
cool.
There's our answer then.
There you go.
We solved all of the world's problems.
We only had to get we
Every
had
one
to
of
do
them.
was get through Michael Jordan talking about balls, and we got it all figured
We
out.
got there.
It's made of cotton. Warm as cotton. It'll keep the moisture away. It'll make you feel good.
I'm sure MP3
I
listeners
don't
are
know how I
loving
feel
this
about.
right
I'm not
now.
gonna say that.
Disclaimer for everybody driving right now. Stop. Just stop. Stop driving. Take the bus. Go for a walk.
Do something.
Go for it. Yes, go. Brent says here in Wisconsin where there's fucking snow on the ground already. Like, just get out of your car and walk the rest of the way. Yeah, it's only like 28 degrees. You'll be fine.
Love it.
Terrible. I hate it.
Love it.
Oh, shh. Hey, yeah, did you know it snowed this time?
Ah, yeah, I did. Well, that's all right. It won't be a problem much longer because I'm gonna burn this motherfucker to the ground. If the
still gonna
Persona
snow,
team
Brent.
makes a JoJo's game.
And with
Yeah, but
that,
there won't be a Green Bay to snow on.
Yeah, you don't work. You don't work out of the home anymore, though, so that's not an issue for you anymore.
No, I see the outside world fairly often.
Ew.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, especially Green Bay. I mean, of all the cities in Wisconsin to be in, why this one?
Sad.
Well, everyone, that's been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 57. My name is Bret, a.k.a. Enigma911, and today I was joined by Brent, a.k.a. Brent and Jeff, a.k.a. Jeff Red Gaming. Guys, thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. Once again, I do appreciate it. Remember, guys, you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma911 every first and third Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern. What?
Can we have Brent lead us out with a bunch of Sailor Moon poses?
I mean, he can do whatever he wants. He danced the last time I did the outro.
Sing the thing and do it.
That sounds like a thing I do. I just don't remember it.
I'm pretty sure you did, but most of my memories of the stream is me bringing up the mashed potato song.
Moon. Yara. Magic.
If you can't catch it live, you can catch it over on youtube.com. Search Enigma911 or SoundCloud. Also search Enigma911 where it's broken out topic by topic or put as one big video or MP3 for your amusement. If you have any topics for us ever, you can always put it in the comment section down below. We'll try and get to those. And then remember, guys, we're brought to you by the merch store. You can get all of your swag over there. T-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more, along with some new merch coming soon. And then last but not least, we do have our extra live stream, 24 hours, trying to raise some money to help out the kids. Lots of games, lots of shenanigans. So if you can help us out by either donating, watching, or spreading the word, that'd be greatly appreciated. Gentlemen, thanks, guys, for being on. It was a blast chatting about
Always.
games.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get another one of these in. And Brent, I think I need to do another one-on-one with you, good sir, about the anime, because I'm a little caught up on some My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
and
I can
Attack
see,
on Titan.
I see him in your behind. Let's peel back the curtain.
This is right
I see some fucking
over
My
here.
Hero-
Oh wait, no, not
It's
over
on the
there.
other side.
Oh, the box, yeah,
There it
the
is. Yeah,
mystery box.
I've been staring at all night.
Motherfucker.
We were talking about things that I can't get into that I want to, and I feel like I'm missing out. And I totally meant to bring up frickin' JoJo.
I haven't watched JoJo.
Like, I tried watching JoJo, and I just can't do it.
All I
like,
know is JoJo
why are
pose.
their lips like the most
No,
detailed part of them?
JoJo's is like just poses like that the whole time.
It's poses and midriffs and pants that don't come up high enough.
It's a bunch of
and
sexy boys
giant hats.
doing sexy
And
boy stuff.
I don't like everyone raves about it, and I'm just like I don't feel comfortable watching this. This is coming from a person who had Padalino recommend anime to him. And Brent, I
Don't.
think you know the kind of stuff that Padalino.
Don't.
Yeah,
Don't.
no. I was like, well, hey, I want to find an anime for my wife. Like, well, what's she like? She really likes cooking shows. Oh, you should watch Cooking Wars. It's like
Food
what?
Wars.
Oh, Food War. Yeah. Like that's not something you introduce. That's not like when a person has been into one anime, you have them watch
Yeah.
that.
Let
That's
me
like
try
having them
this
watch
food.
Everyday Life with Monster Girl.
Oh! That's the whole show. It's food.
It is.
Show.
Oh my god.
Not even a joke.
Not even no.
Wow. Well, there's plenty of things we can chat about. Both Brent and I, Jeff and I, all three of us. So, well, thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Skinny Kawate.
I knew he was
Oh,
going to say something
Shiokio?
Japanese.